Welcome back, guys. I have an amazing person with me here at the studio at this point. He's the brain behind the whole AFRIMASS concept. It's been an amazing time here at the AFRIMASS Summit 2023, and we've had lots of resource persons, we've had lots of exposure, we've had lots of knowledge, and I can't wait to see what becomes of the knowledge we've gotten today. But then I have the brain behind the whole concept of the AFRIMASS here, and his name is Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so
Mr. Ray. Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna briefly, in 2 minutes, I'm gonna I just want to get your thoughts, and most especially how you came about the concept, the whole concept behind the AFRIMASS. What inspired it, and what is the vision behind it, and where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Wow. This is a loaded question. Yeah. The whole journey with AFRIMASS, I think, is inspiration from God, and it's a big thing. The God factor with AFRIMASS cannot be discounted. It's been God from day one. The inspiration was really booming in my heart, and it spans from the years I worked in the media industry, worked with a couple of media channels, and my role was basically finding revenue for these media channels every day of my life, so far as I'm working with them. And so it was how do I do it best? So in my own way, reading around, talking to other people to see, okay, this is how it's done, this is how you can do it. One of the persons that really inspired me was this gentleman in the US called, Brian Tracy is one of them, but Tom Hobson is one of the sales architects. Yeah, I read his book, Mastering the Art of Selling, and he inspires me a lot, So in my days working with media houses, I started my sales journey with multimedia group, Joy FM. I worked with EIB Network, Class FM, Live FM, Tonaton.com, in the span of looking for revenue for these media houses. And as I said, it was a challenge. So one at a time, I was like, can we have conversations beyond our department? There are people who are doing this job that I'm doing, and I know they have similar struggles and difficulties. Can we put ourselves together and share knowledge? So I initiated what we call the African Media Sales Development. It was just to build capacity for anyone who sells media, anyone who is into media sales. How do we foster collaboration? So we put about 5 people together and we built capacity for them. The feedback they gave us was awesome. So fast forward 2019, I was at Joy, but then I was also looking at what is happening within the global setting when it comes to media sales and advertising. And one institution in the US was running a similar concept. And I'm like, can we do African settings where this story is shared by Africans? We won't bring any white person among our conversation. So 2018 started a conversation with a few people. It was 2019, somewhere in June, July, we launched the first edition of AFRIMASS. That's Africa Media Advertising Sales Summit at Alisa. And that actually started the journey. And here we are achieving 5 years. Wow. Yes, yeah. So
5 years is no small talk. How have you been able to navigate through the challenges? Because I'm pretty much sure that there has been challenges. Everything success is enshrouded within the walls of failure and challenges and all of these things. But how has the journey been for you so far? And to the question which I'm sure you may not want to answer, which boils down to do with funding, because it's a major constraint when it has to do with African entrepreneurs. Our major challenges is funding. The vision is usually very large, but the funds are not always available for it. So have you been able to navigate through all of these challenges within from this past years?
As you mentioned, funding has been a big question for us, but I think for us, the God factor has always been a big role, connecting us with people For us, AFRIMASS has always been about people, and even connecting with AEA Ghana, it's about people. It's about the person that we met, share our vision, and he said, "This is something that I want to be part of it." So people has always been our source. How do we treat people that we come into contact with? And so for the past 5 years, the strategic concept I mentioned, the CAP, collaboration, association, partnership, is with people. So for us, the journey has been finding the people who one way or the other will say, well, this is what I have, I want to use that to support you. So it may not be in terms of the monetary value, but even the resources. I mean, you could see the number of things that we gathered here, the equipment, the logistics, and all that. It's about people. And so for one of the things that has really worked for us within that 5 journey is finding the people who have the right heart to accommodate us and say, we want to be part of what you are doing. We want to go on this journey with you. And so for us, that has been the amazing thing that God has blessed us with, finding the right people. And we know, funding has been a big question for us. Every year when we organize the event, we're thinking, where do we make, what we get money from to be able to do this? But we've always connected with the right people. Yes, yeah. And as I said, meeting AEA Ghana is a person that we met, share the vision with, and he says, this is fantastic, let's run along with you. So it's about people. Yeah.
Okay. Where is this vision headed towards? What is the destination for this whole vision of yours?
I think
In other words, the long-term plan.
We just beyond. Knowledge sharing is beyond borders. So for us, there's a lot of opportunity to build capacity and move beyond Ghana and go to other market within the African context. There's a lot of roadmap of engaging the student community. So we have plans to engage we call it the industry versus classroom experiences. So, and then we even have to tour Ghana and all that. But we believe that as I said initially, the God factor is always leading us. God will always give us the grace to count the next 5 years. So in the next 5 years or 10 years, we have a few plans that we put in perspective. Africa is big, even West Africa. So there's a conversation running through all this for Nigeria, for Liberia, for South Africa, for us to expand these conversations into their market. And so there's a roadmap to build capacity across Africa. We want to do this by Africans because we believe that Africans are blessed to. We've raised a lot of brands. We've created brands, managed brands. So within the advertising industry, our people can share good stories with us, and we've seen it with AFRIMASS this year, where they've come through to share amazing stories of how they've turned an unknown brand to a big brand. So for us, the journey, what they say, that it's only God that can stop us. Yeah. So we have a long way to go. Sure.
So finally, I want you to comment about the AFRIMASS Summit 2023. Your general comments. Your hopes, your expectations, and how you see the event. We've virtually come to a close for the events for the year. So just generally your comment.
Yeah. I think it's been quite successful. With the participants, the speakers, with all the sponsors, stakeholders who are involved in making sure that AFRIMASS, has become successful or has been successful with this year's edition. What really struck me during most of the presentation, I had one-on-one conversation with some of the young people, and I realized that our young people are really, really hungry for knowledge. It's really a fallacy when they say, the young people are lazy, they are not ready to learn and all that. No, it's a mistake. We saw a lot of young folks who are sitting here, trying to understand what this industry presents to them in the future. And so for me, I was really inspired by the tenacity, the determination to learn from the young people. And so within, for us at AFRIMASS, it's given us a new focus to have the young people in focus, to have the young people as our next people that we need to target for our event. and see what we can create for them. And so if you say maybe we've achieved the expectation, yes, I mean, by God's grace, we've achieved the expectation, what we set out for, from the speakers to the participants, what they wanted to learn from what we set out for. I mean, this year our theme was media advertising and business innovation, driving growth and profitability. That it cut across within our chain of operation. The media channels are looking for revenue. They want to drive growth and make profit. The brands that we advertise them on radio and TV, they're also looking for avenue to drive growth and make profit. So we have a common objective, but the platform is to create that opportunity for us to discuss how do we both drive growth and profitability. And that's the objective that has been achieved today at AFRIMASS 2023. So, but it's been awesome having you guys, supporting with the production and empowering AFRIMASS, both in person and online. We are grateful for amazing support that we receive from AES Studios. So we hope to work with you guys in a subsequent, but keep watching, AES Studios with amazing content. Like, share, comment, let all the videos go on viral, and let's make Ghana proud. Let's make Africa proud as people. Thank you. See you. Sure.
Thank you.